What's going on, guys? It's Zoe with 28JUNE23 DFS here to bring you a quick slate overview for the showdown slate for the Washington Mystics going up against the Dream. And gonna talk heavier on prize picks today. Normally, I don't really cover prize picks like that. I'll do like a onesie, twosie or something for you guys. But today, I'm gonna actually go over and cover quite a bit on prize picks. A couple of plays that I'm on that I'll be mixing and matching and running through myself. So, since I'm gonna be doing that, I figured why not do that for you guys and go over it here on today's slate. If you guys are new here, you guys enjoying the content, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any uploads or anything like that. I will continue the ladder challenge. I realized I did not do one yesterday. The one we were still sitting at our profit for the one that we did on Monday. If you played the play I picked yesterday, just the one play that I had, which was Brianna Stewart for her 2.5 blocks and steals, she did not get there, did not do it. I wish they had Alyssa Thomas up there, man, because I would love to just ride that train, but unfortunately we did not get that. So instead, I'm gonna go over the showdown slate. I did a breakdown earlier going over the full slate. I'm gonna be honest, man. Courtney Williams, she popped off in that first game. Really wish I was able to get her into my lineup, but unfortunately, the cards did not go in my favor with that. But still, we're looking pretty with Elena Smith and Dearica Hamby. They did all right. If everyone comes to play in this later game with, everyone else that we have, Alicia Gray, Lane Deladon, all of them, if they come to play, we'll be good. We'll be great. So not too much to worry about in that. If you want to see my plays, more of these videos, and if you want to see my prop plays, things like that, besides my stuff, BK stuff, and everyone else that provides content for us in the Know These All family, make sure you guys check the Patreon down in the link below so you guys can go ahead and get in there. It's only $10, I promise you. You make that back within your first week. So I already went over this earlier, but right now, up here, the Dream, same old, same people out for them. Then Washington Mystics. Biggest thing is the fact that Austin, she's going to be out. So with Austin being out, they have Wnba Starting. I don't believe Wnba will start. I believe it's going to be Tina Hawkins like we've always seen. We might even see Elena Deladon shift down to the center position. That wouldn't surprise me. And then, have Hawkins start at the 4. Either way, EDD, she's in a really great spot. Should be able to go out here and do what she wants with Nia Coffee defense, or even if she gets Cheyenne Parker, she should be fine with either one of those matchups because she can more likely get Parker into foul trouble as well. But that's the biggest thing in regards to that. Pay attention to the starting lineup. I will be surprised if Wnba starts because Zowie is she's nothing on defense. She's just all offense anyway. But pay attention to that. Going over to the DraftKings slate, if you guys do not have an account and you want one, check the link down in the description below so you guys get that deposit match bonus. And join me over here on the King to make this money. Looking at it, really straight out the gate, off the rip, off the jump, looking at the total for this game, it's a 162 total, 5.5 favorites for the Washington Mystics. I'm a little surprised that they're only favored this low, but then when you think about it, Washington, they've been up and down all season. Now, the Dream, they're playing much better over the past several games, definitely have been in competition, playing very well. So I don't expect them to get blown out. And the biggest thing is the fact they're going to be on the road. So that's going to factor into can they pull this off. And now we get to see the Washington Mystics without their defensive anchor in Austin, who was a pretty good rim protector in her own right and was shutting down opposing centers out there for them. So with Austin being out, we might actually see a Cheyenne Parker pop-off type game. She might do pretty well. The biggest thing is going to be if Parker's going to be able to get those minutes. That's one of those things as I dug more and looked a little bit more after the video. Is about Parker and her minutes. She's just been so up and down and everything in regards to that. And if we go ahead and we look over here on Line Star, her history going up against them, it's been pretty mid. She's only playing low 20-ish minutes and stuff like that. So that's just going to be one of the biggest things. As I said, Washington, they're only giving up 25.3 fantasy points per game to centers. The price is right there. Like we see it. So Parker, not really someone that I'm really too heavy on, especially when I'm looking at the captains. For me, captains today, the one Dream player I'm going to be on for a captain is going to be Alicia Gray. She just stands out to me. She plays the 2. Of course, she can play some of that point role for them. Her minutes have been pretty consistent, and if she's going out there, she's scoring, and she's doing everything that she does normally, she will have a pretty decent game. I feel like Rainey, she's going to have the tougher matchup out of everybody out there. And then, of course, with Haley Jones and Daniel Robinson being back, Haley, she's not getting the big burn and run that she was getting before. And, of course, this is a tough match for her. Whether or not if she's going to draw Natasha Cloud defense or Atkins defense, it's going to be pretty tough for her either way out there. I really just like Gray. She's going to get the lesser of the evils out there, and I just feel like she's going to be in a better spot. That's why I like her as a captain spot for today. Going over to the Washington Mystics side, whenever we're talking about captains, of course, Elena Deladon, she probably is going to be like the highest on captain player. Cloud and Sykes, all three of these guys are going to be the ones that I'll be looking to rotate in a captain spot if I'm playing GPPs, multi-entering. And then just the oddball out, the one that might just be like that slide in that could probably go out there and do it for you. Ariel Atkins, she was on fire last game. Really, if it wasn't for the scoring, she wasn't going to do too much. She dropped in 37 minutes, 32 fantasy points, and this game did go to overtime. She was hot fire. She was like 5 for 5 at one point in time from 3, 9 of 16, 24 points, 4 rebounds. I'm not gonna lie, Atkins, she's been just let down this season. I really was expecting more from her, but I guess with Sykes being there, it's kind of limited what she can do in regards to her touches and everything out there. So that'll be interesting. But Atkins, I do have some interest in regards to maybe this would be the game that she's the one that pops off for you and goes out there and does it. But I have more faith in Sykes, Cloud, and Elena Della Don for this team. As long as we get an actual good EDD game, if EDD just comes and just is actually EDD, it'll be good. We really haven't seen one of these big 40 plus fantasy point games from her in a while, so hopefully she comes out here, she, plays to the T, takes it to the dream. Her history going up against the dream isn't nothing to write home about. Of course, in the 2022 season, 25 minutes, 19 minutes, and 27 minutes. So she hasn't even played her normal 30 plus minutes going up against the dream at all in any game. So, I mean, you can kind of expect that considering they beat them by 20, pretty much 20. So they're... Of course, this is going to be a caker matchup for them, but Vegas is expecting the game to somewhat be close, so we're going to treat it as it's going to be close. I'm going to treat it as EDD is going to play her 30-plus minutes. Her history versus going up against them isn't bad, especially rebounding-wise, 6'5", 8 points, 26, 11, 15. So some things we could look to over on Prize Picks. I definitely will consider. Over on the Prize Picks, if you guys don't got an account, you want one, check the link down in the description below so you guys can get that deposit match bonus. $100 deposit match bonus so you guys can go over here and play on Prize Picks. If you're expecting a blowout or something like that, maybe you don't want to play some of these full game props. You want to look at the first half games. Definitely, I would consider EDD, her points, I'd go more for her PRA in her fantasy, especially if she get a block or something like that. She's been teetering the line to go over that fantasy right there over her last couple games. And then, of course, her PRA, she's a little bit more consistent with that. If she's actually on and her shot is falling, she could definitely go over her points. But I will have some interest in some of these, but not a lot. I'm looking more at the full game for her props. But back over to DraftKings, of course, who you don't put in the captain spot, you're going to want to put them into the util spot. So, of course, Cloud, Sykes, Atkins, they're all going to be players I would consider for the util. Now, if you want to get different and you want to maybe put a cheaper player into the captain spot, I wouldn't mind Tina Hawkins. Of course, I'm going to put her more into my util spot, depending on who starts. If it's Hawkins or if it's Wnba, one of the two is going to be into my my util because they're going to get those started minutes, those started burns. If we look at what the Washington Mystics have done over the last couple games, the minutes, they are focused on those starters, but of course their bench. Tina Hawkins, she gets her burn and run anyway. The best thing that we have in regards to what it would look like without Shakira Austin is the 9 minutes that she played when she got injured going against the Phoenix Mercury. We saw Tina Hawkins, she played 24 minutes, and that's why I'm saying, and of course Li Ming, she played 27 minutes, but Cloud was also out in that game. And then Wnba, she played 10. So that's why I expect Wnba to play some minutes here in this game. But Misha Hines, Allen, and Tina Hawkins to really just absorb a lot of that center role for the fact that we don't have any Shakira Austin. And she's going to be out for 3 weeks. So we're going to get used to it, see what it's going to look like. But other than that, all these other bench players, they're not anything. Christy Tolliver, she hasn't played in quite some time. I don't know what's going on with her. And then Abby Myers, she's not really going to get any burn and run. SWK, you can look there. She's somewhat consistent with her minutes, but her fantasy point per minutes is putrid. There's really nothing to worry about or go to there in that sense. So not really something I'm looking to today. If you expect it to be a blowout, let's see if they've blown out anybody so far this season. Not really. I mean, the best blowout that we can pick is going to be this game right here going up against the Fever, where pretty much the starters played. They're roughly similar-ish rotations. Cloud, she did get injured in this game. But everyone else, they played their 20-ish plus minutes, close to 30. Atkins, I want to say she was in foul trouble this game. But then, of course, the bench, Li Ming, she's not going to be here, so someone's going to have to absorb those minutes. I expect that to go to Hawkins and, of course, Wnba. So, really, for me, player pool-wise from the Washington Mystics is going to be Cloud, EDD, Brittany Sykes, Atkins, Walker, Deep GPP, Hawkins, of course, she's going to be in play, Misha Hines, Allen, and then Wnba. Those are going to be players I look to from there. And then going over to the Dream, Game is expected to be close, so we're not going to look at a blowout game. Let's look at something that's close, but them losing. Of course, their starters are going to get the burn and run. Like I said, I expect Rainey to struggle here, so I'm going to be looking at Gray. Cheyenne Parker, of course, she's going to be in consideration. Haley Jones, I'm not going to look there. And really, there's not too much I like from the Dream. It's just they're so up and down with what we get from them. The best play that I think personally that I have a little bit interest in is going to be Monique Billings. I feel like if she's on, she's aggressive, she goes out there and she takes it to him, she could definitely come out here and pop, possibly in the spot. Let's see if we can't see her game logs and fantasy going up against them. Going up against Washington last year, she played 28 minutes in one game. She dropped 31 fantasy points. In the game prior, she played 19. So depending on what kind of Billings we get, I'm pretty sure someone missed for her to be able to get that type of burn and run right there and play those minutes. Nia Coffee, she played pretty good in that first game. Not all there in the second game. Like I said, really, it's an interesting showdown slate. It's not too much. Of course, I'm going to play it just because it's something to play, and I like the GPP. It's 5K up top to first. I was robbed yesterday of my 2K, so let me see if I can't do something today on that. But looking over at the props and things, like I said, really going to be price picks heavy. I like Elena Delle Donne as a lean for her points to go over 18.5. I have a little bit interest in that from the point category, especially we just expect her to be on. Pretty easy matchup for her here. If we look at it, wrong tab, sorry guys. If we look at it, they have where are you at? Elena Delle Donne. I don't know why they have her as a guard one over here. Who do they have in her place? She's not the forward one. Where's my forward 2 starters. They're giving up 21.8 fantasy points to the starters, 3.8 rebounds a game. I don't know why Line Star has everything all mixed up and jumbled up over here. But, of course, like we said, looking at the history, she's gone over whenever she's got the minutes. I'm expecting her to hopefully at least play 30 minutes and at least give us 20-ish points. Her past couple of games, she's been hit or miss in regards to getting there. She should want to wash the taste out of her mouth from the fact that they should have won this game going up against New York Liberty. They legit fumbled the bag. So hopefully we come out, we get an aggressive Elena Delle Donne here in a matchup that she should win. So I do have her to go over 18.5 points. She should be aggressive with no Austin. Definitely some high-low touches for her and things like that. With that, and then like I said, I expect Rainey Howard to struggle. I'm going to take the under on her. I've already locked this one in already, so I'm not going to lock it in again. But I've got that one as a play right there on today. And then really that's all I got right here for points. Everyone else, they're kind of right there at the means in regards to what they can do, go out here and get. Rebounding wise, I do like Alicia Gray. Like I said, I feel like this is going to be one of those spots where she can definitely go out there and do it. She hasn't hit her rebound prop in a while in the past couple of games, but looking at her history, and this is when she played for the Dallas Wings, she had 1 rebound here, 6 rebounds, 3 rebounds. Now, if you look at the prior games that they've had going up against opposing guards for the Washington Mystics, they did let Sloop pull down like 7 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken. And then you had Sabrina, she had 3. The game prior before that, going up against the Chicago Sky, Courtney Williams and Maria Marbury, they both pulled down some pretty decent numbers in rebounding wise as well. The Phoenix Mercury, that game, they did not pull down too many rebounds going up against them, but that game was a legit blowout. But the Fever, they did allow Kelsey Mitchell and Erica Wheeler to pull down some pretty decent rebounds as well in that game. And Alicia Gray, she rebounds at a pretty high clip and a pretty high number. So that's why I will definitely be on her rebounds here today. I do favor that one. And then I do like Cheyenne Parker a little bit. It's going to be more of a lean in regards to it. I do like her rebound prop as well. Not as high as Chelsea, as Alicia Gray here in this spot. But with no Shakira Austin, she might be able to go out there and have a much better rebounding game going up against them. Looking at her game log, what she's done past before, 5 rebounds, 7 rebounds, and 6 rebounds. So that's why I say it's a lean. This is just she's going to get a boost because there's no Austin. She's going up against Hawkins and of course Zowie B. So she might be able to pull down a couple more rebounds, box out a little bit better and stuff going up against them. But I'm not too heavy on that. I am more heavy on Sykes, who has been rebounding at a high clip over these past couple games. I don't know what's gotten into her on the rebounding side, but I do like Sykes for her rebounding upside, so I will be pairing these two up right here, and I'll probably run 1 or 2 with Cheyenne Parker with a couple of the plays that I like, maybe as a 3 flex or something like that, just in case Cheyenne does not get there for me. But I do like Gray and Sykes. Those are my 2 favorite ones for the rebounding props. Assist props, I don't think you can go too wrong with Cloud. Cloud, of course, 5.5 assists. She's been assisting at a pretty high clip. Now looking at what she's done in her prior games, New York Liberty game, she popped off in regards to that game right there and was just dishing the rock left and right. Got there. She had an all-around game in that game right there. But looking at her game logs, what she's done going up against them: 4 assists, 3 assists, 7 assists, 5 assists. So we know the upside is there for her to definitely get there. Long as she actually gets to play her minutes, I do feel like she can definitely get there for a fact. If we're going off of what they're giving up a pretty good number of assists to opposing guards. So that's why I do have Cloud. And long as she's on the assisting dime track and not out here just trying to go out there and get hers, definitely would be it for me today. Now, GPP, I'm going to call it GPP, but a big lean is going to be Ariel Atkins, just because if she can go ahead and if her shot's falling, do a little bit on the defensive side, the rebounds, stuff like that. I do like her fantasy points. This will be the one that I think she might have the best bet to hit just all around, because if she actually stuffs the stat sheet, but I'm not too heavy on it. But I do have a little bit of interest in that one right there. Other than that, not really looking at anything else for her here. Rainey, I like her under for her points, rebounds. Like I said, I expect her to struggle. Same thing for her points and assists. I just expect them to be able to actually clamp her down and not let her do too much out there. Cheyenne Parker, this one's interesting. If we're expecting her to actually not get in foul trouble and play decent minutes out there going up against them. Let's see if she's actually been able to hit this before in the past. No blocks and steals, no blocks and steals. She's once. So she's gone over it once. Again, there's no Austin. So, of course, if you got like a Hawkins trying to come in there and get her easy bucket, Zowie B, if she's not at the 3-point line, which is more of where she kind of likes to lay, I'm not going to hate the blocks and steal, but I'm not going to be too heavy on that one. All right there. I will be honest with that. But really, that's kind of what I'm looking at over here on Prize Picks. Not too heavy on the props like that. I'll put out a full list inside the Discord for the players that I'm on and the matchups and everything like that. But I'm just gonna toss these into a couple of power twos. It's not nothing that we gotta go heavy on. We got a 3-game slate tomorrow, so don't burn all your bankroll on this right here today. There's no reason to do that. I mean, we got MLB. If you want to look at some MLB, I know our guys, they got some MLB stuff up already on site and everything. So definitely pretty nice, decent MLB slate out here. So definitely some interest there for some of that stuff out there. But with that being said, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Please make sure you guys subscribe if you guys have not done so already, so you guys can be able to see all of these things and stuff like that whenever I upload and do my breakdowns. We have a 3-game slate tomorrow, 10 p.m., so it's a late, but I will get that video out pretty early for you guys, so you guys can digest the information early throughout the day. Good luck to everyone as you play on the Showdown slate. I'll have a core up for that later on the Patreon. If you want that, check the links down in the description below so you can go ahead and join the Patreon. $10, you make that back. I got you. With that being said, it's your boy Zoe. See you guys in the green. Good luck.